Hello, everyone. Welcome to an edition of 364 Sports, the Wire podcast. I'm by myself today. My two partners couldn't make it. They had to work late. So you got me and only me, but we got two special guests coming your way. Uh, you know, I'll introduce them here shortly. Just kind of want to go over what's going on during the week. I know today there at Sinton High School, there was three signings today for to go play ball at the next level. We had Mia Garcia going to Vernon Junior College to play some softball. So big shout out to Mia. Congratulations to her and her family as she goes to play ball at the next level. Awesome. You know, proud of her as a Sinton Lady Pirates softball player. So good job. And then also Annie Kay signed her letter of intent as well to the University of Tyler to play softball as well. So we got two signees on our softball team, which is pretty solid, right? You know, so go watch them play and go see them girls. Go out there and support them. Also, we had Gotti Pyatt signed with Hardin Simmons University to play football, which that's pretty cool. So three signings in one day. That's pretty big for Sinton High School sports. We're getting bigger and better as we come. So congratulations to all three of them. And hope y'all do the best. Play with Pirate Pride. Um, let's talk about the week's the coming events here. On Friday, we have basketball games there at Miller High School. Starting at 6:15, the girls are going to take on the Miller Bucks, and then after that, the boys will take on the Miller Bucks as well. So that is in Miller. Game start at 6:15. Boys probably start about 8:30, somewhere around there. So if you're looking to go watch the boys or girls play basketball, they will be playing there at Miller High School in Corpus. And then oh, that's on Friday. On Saturday, the baseball season kicks off with a scrimmage against Pleasanton in Sinton at 1:30 p.m. So if you want to watch the boys scrimmage, if not, we're going to be there live on 364 Sports on all networks, on Facebook, on YouTube, everything you want. So, if you want to go and watch the game or you want to stay indoors and watch it at your house, more than welcome. It's going to be very cold, so I'm assuming we're going to get a big audience because everybody wants to be inside. Nobody wants to be outside in that cold weather. And then also on Saturday, the softball girls will be playing a tournament type thing. So they're going to have a game at 9 o'clock, at 10:30, and then at 12 o'clock. I think we're going to go live for the 9 o'clock and then the 10:30. And then from there, we're going to shoot over to the boys' game. So we should have three games for you on Saturday. And then next Saturday, we have the GP Wildcat Relays as the track teams gets their season kicked off there in Gregory, Portland. So if you guys want to go to the track meet, that is on a Saturday as well. And that's on February 12th. Not sure on what time it starts, but if you want to go check out the track meet, that's where it'll be. And then also on Saturday, we got a big moment for the 1996 state basketball team. They are going to be honored at the high school state games there in San Antonio. I think it's at the Alamo Dome, maybe. I'm not sure on location, but I know during the 5A game at halftime, they're going to honor the 1996 basketball team for winning state champions. So I know a few of the guys are going to go out there, and they're going to pay tribute to them at halftime or whatever they're going to do. So, if you guys want to go watch the high school basketball playoffs, the finals, and then at halftime, you get to see your guys from a long time ago. Um, that should be cool. I know I'm gonna be going because my brother's in it, and a bunch of my buddies that I grew up with. So I'll definitely be there to support them and go check it out. Try to take some pictures as best I can, and maybe some short videos and things like that. But yeah, so we got a bunch of events coming your way here soon. So I guess with that being said, I'm gonna take a quick little break, and then I'm gonna take a quick commercial break, and then I'll be back with our special guest. Once again, thank you for joining 364 Sports. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Cactus Ready Mix Concrete, Al Willard for Chevrolet, and AR Energy Services. We'll be right back. Cactus Ready Mix. Call us today at 361 236 2491 for all your concrete needs, residential, commercial, and industrial. We're TxDOT approved, servicing the Coastal Bend with our 3 locations: Taft, Robstown, Floresville. Proud sponsor of the Centon Pirates. Go Big Maroon. All right, folks, I am joined with the 1996 state basketball champions, Michael Adams and Tom Trujillo. My brother, how y'all doing, fellas?
I'm doing good. How are you, buddy?
All right, man.
Mike,
You, Mike,
what's
how you
up,
doing?
buddy?
Can you hear us? Can't
I
hear you,
can.
Mike. Can you
You
hear
hear
him?
me?
I can't hear you. Hold on, I'm gonna bring Mike back. Hold on. I can hear you. Could you hear Michael?
Nope.
All right, Mike, you there? Try it
No.
out.
Can you hear me? All right. Mike can't hear you.
Nothing, Mike.
We can't hear
That's the
you.
364 way. Hold on, I'm gonna I don't know. I'm gonna remove. Yeah, yes. It's it's you, Mike. Hold on, folks. Sorry about that.
You hear me?
Now we can
Yeah,
hear you.
there it
Go
is.
ahead.
All right, cool. I take my damn
Okay,
headphones
okay,
off.
here we go. Okay, let's start that over. I'm joined with the 1996 state basketball champs, Michael Adams and TJ Tom Trujillo. How you doing, fellas?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
All right, buddy. Just want to talk about the 96 championship season. You know, it's coming up on 25-year anniversary. I know they're gonna have y'all over there at state championship. You know, they're gonna honor y'all, man. You know, how do y'all feel about that?
I'm getting old. 25 years, man. That's a long time ago. Y'all still remember that? 25.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 25 years, man. That's a whole lifetime.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I'm sure
looking
y'all are
forward.
pretty honored to be there, though, right? I mean, I'm sure it's a cool, it's cool to get
No,
honored
it's
there at
it's,
the
it's,
state
definitely, it's
championship
definitely gonna
games
be
in front of all them people.
cool, just to for all the guys to get back together again. There's other than Tom and Dustin, I've seen Michael Mayo a couple times, Nick Pinkston. I see Rodney on the regular. Um, but it's gonna be great to see the other guys.
Oh yeah, to get all together and just just think about the good times, right? Think about the younger
No
days.
doubt.
Okay, boys. Well, let's take it back to the beginning. Let's take it back to the beginning. When did y'all fall in love with the game of basketball?
I remember back when, excuse me, fifth and sixth grade at Dave Odom, we'd have somebody would bring the ball. It was usually Will. He had a Laker ball, and he'd bring it every day, and we'd go. Sometimes we wouldn't even eat. We'd just get in the lunchroom and go start playing ball as soon as we could, and
Played
we
them
played ever
nasty
since.
rims there, the Dave Odom.
No
Yeah,
nets,
that's pretty much when it began, huh? I mean,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
when we
so.
look
I
back on
remember.
it, I mean, even going back to my old house, uh, the little small rim, we just kind of nailed
Oh
it up
yeah,
in
yeah, that too.
the garage and
With-
had our small ball. We have our dunk contest.
Oh yeah, man. I was
Getting
there.
in
To
I
me,
was
each
that to
getting
other's
me,
houses, yeah.
that's kind of where it all started for me.
I was the one getting dunked on, you guys used to pick on me and my friends, man. But we wanted to be there with y'all. So I mean, it started at an early age with you guys. So, I mean, that's pretty good.
Slam dunk
Let me,
contest at night, when we spent the night at each other's houses. I remember
oh
doing
Yeah,
that.
I
yeah,
mean,
man, that was
One of us be the
cool.
judge, and we just
for our generation, I mean, it all started with Jordan. I mean, remember watching
oh
those dunk contests with Jordan, Dominique, Spud Webb, them going after it, and we would just go try to mimic what they were doing out there on the, I guess it was like a 7 foot rim with a small ball, something that we can palm and just getting
yeah.
Oh
after it,
yeah, all night long, right? All night long.
dude, nonstop,
I know
nonstop.
us too, man. We know. I mean, we were there a lot too. You know,
We're
some of
always
my boys want
together.
to go hang out with y'all, so we were there too.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey,
but
just to
let me
go
ask
back to
y'all
I saw,
this.
I mean, I see y'all's little Facebook comments and stuff like that. I see most talking about the 96 kids, man. Boom.
Hey, how'd you get them, dude? How'd you get them, man?
So,
You got a guy, huh?
they always come back with those retro shoes and stuff like that. So, uh, man, I've had these for I don't even know how long, a few years now. But they came out, and as soon as they came out, I was like, that's a for
Must
sure.
buy. Yeah, well, see that. That was one of my questions. About those. So, whose idea was it behind that to get those shoes in particular? Was it one of y'all or two of y'all? I mean, who came up with that one?
Well,
I really don't remember. I think they were just hot, and we all Coach Young
well,
wouldn't let
I
us.
do remember I was like, you know what? I mean, because I was the style guy, always trying to iron my clothes, trying to match and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So as soon as these came out, I was like, yo, we got to get these for us.
for the
This is
squad.
us. This was swag before swag was even
Yeah,
swag. You
before
know?
anybody even knew what swag was.
Yeah, man. It
Yeah,
was
we always
look
had the
good,
newer
play good.
shoes when they came out. We just didn't think that we could
Yeah.
wear them because Coach Young wouldn't really, that was
And there
against
was
his.
there was a thing behind it. We had them for weeks as a team. We all bought as a team,
Okay.
and we had them weeks before we were able to wear them.
Oh,
These
good.
debuted in West Oso.
Yeah,
Really?
Yes, they
Oh, see, I didn't know
debuted in
that.
West Oso.
yeah, that's when we first
Hmm.
got. They let us wear them.
Oh man, when y'all ran out with the black on black,
Oh,
and then the
dude.
J kids, man,
Yeah. So it
Jim
was.
was.
We got kicked out of practice the night before West Oso,
No,
and
yeah,
you remember that now?
And why
yeah, I
was
remember
that?
that.
Why was that?
I was
I
pissed.
think it was
I
just
was
frustration.
pissed.
We were just mad.
Well,
Because you're
I'm gonna
getting
leak a
geared
little
up for
dirty
that
secrets
game,
right
right?
here.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I'm gonna leak a little dirty secrets right here. I mean, I'm gonna throw a little somebody under the bus a little bit. But D.D. Land had one of his little damn episodes again,
yeah,
so
I
he wanted
remember
to
that. I
kick the
didn't want to
damn
say it either.
ball. He wanted to kick the ball and take his ball and go home. And Coach Young said, "You know what? Y'all get out of here, man. Y'all
All of
get out of
y'all
here.
get
No more
out of here.
practice." Yes,
Wow.
and knowing the what the game was that we were going into against West Oso. We'd never beat West Oso. Our whole senior year, we beat West Oso our last two times we played them. Our second time in district, and then in the regional
Yeah.
finals.
And then regionals.
But growing up,
So
we never beat them as freshmen or
yeah, as
JV.
freshmen,
Never.
sophomores, juniors. Our
Oh,
first time our senior year, we got beat by the buzzer beater.
I
Yeah,
remember.
Yeah, then we go to
Man.
West
I mean, they'd have a
Oso.
dunk contest before the game. Remember, Fillmore would do
Oh, dude.
off the backboard and 360s, and man, they were crazy, man. Them dudes they were bad, but
They were
but
good,
we got
man.
the title that one year. And let's
but I
take it
remember.
back a little bit again. I guess growing up in a football, baseball town, we're real dominant in those sports. Why, uh I guess like why did y'all pick hoops over over football type? You know what I mean? I guess that would be the question.
I mean, I was
Is there a
never
reasoning
truly a
why y'all
football.
went towards the basketball instead of, because none of y'all
I
played
think it was
football
just more.
and all y'all were the best athletes,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I mean, me personally, I was never. I love football. I love football. I just didn't want to get hit. I didn't like getting hit. Screw that, man. That wasn't for me. And then, I mean, honestly, we knew our love was basketball. I mean, I was growing up as little kids. I mean, even you too. I mean, we were baseball players. That was it. We were
oh yeah,
baseball
that was our
players.
thing.
That was the thing. That was the thing. And then once, like Tom said, we got to Dave Odom, we figured out who Michael Jordan was. We found, and all of a sudden, this love for basketball started kind of coming into our lives. And as as young kids, it was a lot easier to get a group of kids to go play basketball than it was to get a
Yeah,
group of kids to go play baseball.
3-on-3,
And,
2-on-2,
that was our thing.
whatever.
It was
Yeah,
like, hey, we just need a ball, we need a hoop, and we're good to go. Baseball was you needed multiple
Yeah,
people to kind of get in on this, and there wasn't the same excitement. I mean, baseball was if the ball was hit to you or if you're pitching,
yeah, I get you.
that's
I
your
get you.
excitement.
If you ain't
You know
hitting,
what I'm
if you ain't
saying?
hitting, as a kid, it's
You
not
ain't
all that.
hitting, yeah,
It ain't all that fun.
whatever. But
As a
basketball,
kid,
it's
as a
it's it's
kid,
nonstop. It's a
that's why
nonstop
I
battle.
liked
correct.
it too, because of
Um,
the nonstop. It was
yeah,
just you
and
didn't have the
that's where
ball
our
in your
love from
hand and make
basketball
a
came.
play, steal, rebound,
Tom,
whatever.
I think
That's
your
why I
your
liked
mic's
it.
off, dude.
My mic's off.
No, I can hear you.
Well,
I
I
can
can't
hear
hear
you.
him.
I mean that's why I liked it because of the constant movement. You didn't have to have the ball to make a play. You could play defense or rebound or get a steal,
Yeah,
whatever. That's why I enjoyed it.
two screens and things like that. Yeah. Well, that's just, you know, I mean, football was my thing, but I know basketball was y'all thing, and hey, I mean, it worked out great for y'all, man. So I guess let's talk about the state run in '94. I guess y'all were sophomores, with I think that team was led by Jeremy Burnell, and y'all went to state. You probably didn't get much playing time, but y'all were still on the team. And and then '95 as juniors, I think y'all lost at the regional tournament. And
Rockdale.
so how did that kind of how did that help y'all and prepare y'all for the '96 season? How did those 2 years, I guess, kind of, would you say?
I mean, I don't
I'll
know. I don't. Go ahead. I mean, I don't
yeah, I can't
remember.
hear Tom.
Go ahead,
I don't
TJ.
know if it actually prepared us, but I guess it just made us, I guess, see, that what we were capable of doing, that we were that close, and we didn't play together. Uh, some of us played, like Didi and Will. They played with the varsity that time when they went the first time, but we didn't. But we got a taste of what it was, and we knew that. I think if we played together, that our chances were good. We could be better than that team. Not no disrespect to them, but we played as a unit. We knew each other growing up, and I think that we believed that we'd have a really legitimate chance to do it. So I mean that's what I remember about it, and I think it just
Okay.
prepared us.
How about you, Mike?
Uh, I mean, I just kind of started. I picked up on the end of his conversation. I had to fix my settings again, so I don't know
That's fine.
exactly what he said. But just I guess kind of a little backstory on the 94, 95, 96. So my sophomore year, I wasn't able to go with the team to playoffs and stuff like that because I was ineligible. I didn't have the grades. One of my classes, obviously, I failed, so I wasn't able to take part in that. And that's something that eats away at me even to this day. Even with everything that I've been through post
Yeah.
uh, post high school. So just I guess I mean, kind of something to take away from that is take care of your business if you want to be part of something special.
Right.
95, obviously uh, we came up a little bit short. Did I freeze?
Did y'all? I I think y'all lost in Kingsville, right? Who did y'all lose to? You said.
Yeah, we lost in Kingsville. We
Rockdale,
lost to I don't remember who it was. We lost the first round in
Rockdale.
Kingsville regional semifinals. Um, and I remember sitting. We went to dinner afterwards.
Yeah, I
And I
remember
remember
that.
sitting at that little. It was me, Tom, Dustin. I want to say it was just me, Tom, and Dustin
It was us
sitting at
three.
our table, and we are talking about, you know what, man, next year we're going to be back and we'll be better. And we set it from that point on. Like that was our goal. We set our goal
Yeah,
right after we left. I mean, and we knew we were juniors and we had one more shot at it, and we knew what kind of team we were going to have going forward. So we kind of we set our goal right then, right there, right after we had just lost, and we
let's go to work. Let's go to
going
work,
into our
right?
season, we worked. We worked. I
Yeah,
mean, we worked so damn much. Coach Young got pissed off at us for
Playing
playing
pickup
extra,
games.
over at Didi's house and stuff like that. He would
Yeah.
drive by and be like, "Y'all got to go
yeah,
to
in the
sleep,
back of
man.
my house
Y'all
too,
should be
cause
hurting."
I remember y'all back there, and I want to go get into it. Was, I mean, that was just, I mean, like y'all on a mission, man.
It was just
Yeah,
fun
no
to
doubt.
compete with them. I mean, we're a real competitive group, and I don't know. We play
Yeah,
on school nights, and we'd have to hide because he wouldn't want us to play and get hurt. Before the season started or during the season. So, well, we did it anyway because we love to play against
you
each other.
had
That
to
was just
play,
something
right?
we
You
did.
gotta
Yeah.
go play. Gotta go play. So I
Yeah.
guess going into that '96 season, coming off that, I guess the mindset of y'all was championship or go to state at least, right? I mean, you could say that.
Yeah, not without a doubt.
Um, what were the practices like, and how did Coach, and how was Coach Young on y'all? Was he tough? He seemed like you know, he seemed tough.
Disciplinarian to the max, but he kept us in line, and practices were super competitive. I mean, the second five was they pushed us, and I mean it was like we were playing Taft or Odom or whoever. It was so competitive. We'd almost fight each other at practice. I mean, I enjoyed going to practice to compete because that's
Yeah,
all we did. We loved
that
it.
second unit was solid. They went to state
Yeah,
the next year, so they were really good too. So I'm sure that's what I want to know about practices,
they're
fighting, arguing.
all
Yeah,
the time. I mean, I remember fighting. But
yeah.
go
No,
ahead, Mike.
our practices were. I mean, our second unit would have been a starting unit at every single district team that that we faced. If not, you know,
Go ahead, go ahead.
hell, I mean, they might have been starting teams on most regional teams, I guess. Uh, so our practices really prepared us for everything that we were going to face going into all of our games. I mean, honestly, we were facing better competition against the second five than we were in the game most of the time.
Correct.
So I mean, our 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 preparation was, I mean, top notch. I mean, you talk
Second to
about
none.
scout. I mean, we were playing other teams. We were running their play. Like, we were basically, hey, you need to go here. You need to go here. I
Yeah,
mean,
Yeah.
our scouting reports, our defensive reports. I mean, we knew exactly what pretty much every single team was running before they were doing their damn plays.
Individual players, Coach Young would
Between
break it down.
Kopetsky and Coach Young, I mean, we were prepared to the max.
I
did
agree. I
that.
mean, like we
Go ahead,
knew
go ahead, go
we,
ahead.
we knew what their best player did. We went to go left, or he liked to go right, or he liked to pull up at the baseline, and he'd give us a plan and we'd execute it. We shut that down and take them out of their comfort zones, and that's why we won. But Coach Young and Coach Kopetsky always had a flawless game plan. I mean, they did their scouting
Good
and they
game
gave it
plan.
to us. I mean, we were really prepared
I
all the
can always
time.
remember. I can always remember, when y'all lining up, y'all doing your, dunking and warming up, and he would just stand there under the basket, just like, just like, it was bad, man. It was
Business.
intimidating. It's just
Yeah.
really cool, man.
Yeah. I mean, we never went into a game. We went into games knowing we were going to win. It was just a matter of by how much were we going to win by.
Murder
I mean,
teams.
it was we knew. I mean, we knew we were better than most teams. And we would just try to go in there and we just execute our game plan, stay composed, and kick the crap out of some people.
Absolutely.
No
I remember y'all
turnover,
scoring.
no
I,
turnovers. Take charges. Score on every inbounds
Yeah,
play.
and that's what it came down to. Coach Young would come in pregame and he'd
Yep.
give us a list of goals he wanted us to meet, and we knew we were going to beat that team. our goal was hit those goals
I
that
got
he
you. Hit
had
those
set for
marks.
us.
I
Yeah.
got you.
That
Not
was
only
our
win,
goal.
but win. Doing
Yes,
those things
Yeah.
yes,
as
If
you're
we did
winning the
those, we
game.
were gonna win, and we'd always
Yeah,
pretty much do it.
that's good. That's
yeah,
good. Well, let's talk about the epic battles with Oso, man. Those are the. I mean, I would say me as a fan, those were some of the awesomest games. You'd have to be there at 4:30. Game was at 8 o'clock. You'd have to be there at 4:30, waiting in line with
2:30.
your lawn
I remember
chair.
we had our sixth period ended at 2:30, and we'd get out, and I didn't have seven periods as senior, and there was already a line at 2:30. I mean, it wasn't four;
Yeah,
it was
I
like
mean,
noon. Yeah,
2:30. I would right even then
whatever.
two
Yeah,
thirty in the afternoon. People would be lining up at the gym waiting to get in. It was just mom would take me out of school so I could be there, and it just crazy, man. Just they set up a TV in the cafeteria so people could watch it in there. People standing up, all just no standing room only, type. Just what an atmosphere it was. I mean,
yeah.
can
That
you
was
talk
those are
about
some
that a
of
little bit?
those are some of the. I mean, the most competitive games I've ever been involved in. I mean, of course not Michael, but me as just a high school athlete. I mean, those are just action packed, tension, pressure, uh, all out war. I mean, it was. I wouldn't sleep at night, and just all I had
Every
was,
every possession is everything, right?
yeah. I just remember being in that gym and sitting, and you could just feel the heat in there. Like there was so much body heat, and it was so hot in there, and the noise was just amped up another level because there was no room at all in there. I mean, they just slammed them. I mean, to the max. It was packed. And I don't know. That was just great competition, and I mean, we love that. We thrive for that competition. Like we said earlier about practice, we were every day we prepare, against the second five, and we competed at the highest level. We didn't go just to have fun. We went in there to kick butt, and that's it. Take care of business. There was no fun and games. I don't know. Go ahead, Mike.
yeah. No, those for I guess to compare it so people can kind of understand the magnitude of Sin Oso in the early '90s or I guess mid '90s, whatever. I mean, the best comparison would be I guess Sinton Cal Allen baseball right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be that, I mean that's just my
yeah.
best way to
At
compare.
each other's throats.
Oh my gosh, dude! I mean, you talk about and also I mean they weren't just one of the best teams in our area or region. I mean, Oso was
Yeah,
that was one of the. I mean, sitting Oso that was one four top teams in basketball
correct.
in that year in that time period. So I mean, those like y'all were saying. I mean, the line started at 2:30. Cut off people. They would send people to the cafeteria. The floor would be there'd be so many people inside the gym. The floor would be slick. Be
Yeah.
slipping. People would be slipping and falling and stuff.
There's so much,
So
so much
it was about like
tension.
they were trying to figure things out as we were going along. Playing against each other. Like, all right, we got to open these doors. Keep it cool in here so the floor doesn't get slick. But I mean,
Yeah.
those were battles. I mean, I remember sitting Oso battles more than I remember the state tournament games.
Yeah. Me
I mean, that's
too.
just
Yeah.
the magnitude of what those games meant.
Look, at somebody commented too. They said, and the stands there weren't stands on each side. There was just one set of stands, so it was mixed,
Yeah.
right? You'd be next to a West
Oh,
Oso
they were
fan.
mixed together, man. People
Yeah,
be going
I
out.
remember. I remember we played over there.
So
The
Sinton
JV. I mean, even the JV
Pirates.
freshman game was hyped. JV game was hyped.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was. I mean, to the
imagine
max.
being a freshman those years. I mean, you're playing in front of a full crowd as a freshman.
You know what? I played on the freshman team, and I played in front of a full gym. Couldn't believe it. Could
Yeah,
missing
first time.
layups because you're so nervous, missing wide open layups because you just because we didn't know how to handle that as a freshman. We couldn't. You know, I mean, 10 people go to our games, but when it was y'all, there's 1,000 people in that little bitty gym.
Yeah.
It was those moments were just so awesome, and that was cool to be I mean, it was cool to be a part of it. On my end, as a fan, then you know, uh, just things like that. So I mean, what a rivalry it was. Um, I guess the next question. I guess when y'all get together, do y'all still talk about these things? When y'all go watch the Cowboy games, y'all go together. Do y'all ever, you ever, or not really? It's kind of in the
Nah, I, don't-
past.
I think it's in the past. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to just. I mean, we do, but I don't think that's the main focus of it. In our conversations now, I mean, no, not really. I
Got
don't
you.
think so. But I mean, it's always in our mind. I mean, I didn't forget it. Sometimes it'll come up, but I don't think it's topic of discussion when we
I
get
got you.
together.
It's not a topic of discussion, but around 1 a.m.
Yeah.
once the drink's been flowing a little bit,
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, we
Hey, we
all
was
we all
bad. We was bad, and
at some point it gets brought up, and you know what I'm saying, we reminisce on it, and it's one
absolutely.
of those things. It's an accomplishment we accomplished together. Whether it was, I mean, because we were kids growing up together, and that's a moment in our lives that it's
Forever.
a huge accomplishment. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's
I mean, we've known each other. Me, Didi, and Michael. We've known each other or been on the same team or affiliated, with the same team or whatever since we're I don't know
T-ball.
kindergarten. Yeah, t-ball. I mean, as
Yeah.
early as
Yeah.
possible. We grew up together. And one thing's kind of crazy too that Didi was the point guard. He was 5'11". I was the two guard. I was 6'2". Michael was the small forward. He was 6'3", 6'4". Will was the power forward, 6'4", 6'5", and then May was 6'6". Like we're perfectly,
Hit the
shortest
lottery.
and
Y'all.
tallest.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, it was
Tallest. I mean,
a
It was
perfect storm.
perfect.
It was a perfect storm.
perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
let's just
I
think
mean,
about that. Michael's a little taller than me, he was a three, and Will was a little
Yeah.
bit
No,
taller.
that's
You know
right.
what I mean?
That's right.
Wow, it's
That's right.
just,
The perfect storm, man. The
I mean, it
perfect.
really was. It's unbelievable that
there's literally something in our water as we grew up. That grew. I mean, how do you figure a town of 5,000,
6,000.
6,000
Yeah.
people? And then we had the tallest people in our families all in the same in the same group.
Yeah.
You know what
No.
I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean,
It was perfect.
it was a perfect
It's
storm, man. It just all happened to be.
it
Coach
was
Young. I
meant to
mean, Coach
be.
Young was the one that brought it all together. I mean, we had all the
Hmm.
things we talked about, but with him, uh, he was him and Kopetsky together with us. It made it even better. That's what we really needed their guidance and their competitive fire to push us to where we needed to be, and it happened, and we won the title. That's something a lot of
Yeah.
people can't
Yeah,
say,
there's no way.
especially not in
There's no way
basketball.
we did what we did without those two guys.
No
Yeah.
way.
No way. No way. I mean,
That's like Brady and
their
Belichick,
competitive
right?
nature
Right. You gotta
Yeah, I
have.
mean,
as
really.
great, if not greater than ours.
Yeah. You gotta
I mean, like
have.
you said earlier too. I mean, we had the talent to do what we did, but they had the plan. In order to execute that plan, they had to come
Mhm.
up with it, or there had to be some plan, and they made it. They put in a
Yeah.
lot of work, and they were just as competitive as we were. I mean, sometimes they'd even argue with each other about
Oh,
differences.
really?
Yeah, they weren't on the same page. Even they fought with. I mean, that's how competitive we were. We didn't want to
The
lose any
whole
of it.
everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
was
mean, everybody from top to bottom.
the whole unit. That's cool, man. That's yeah, man. It was great. I guess I got a question from you. For you, Mike. I'm sure playing in the MLB and the World Series and all that, all that great stuff that you accomplished. I'm sure that ranks high on your list, but where does the '96 rank?
It's the basketball thing is great. It's a life accomplishment. The World Series thing, that's a dream scenario. But the fact that the basketball thing was with my childhood friends, we grew up together. We spent,
I know,
I
blood,
don't know,
sweat, and
man, I would
tears,
say
right?
85% of our time growing up together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're in baseball, when you're in the pros, in minor leagues, you spend a lot of time together. In the big leagues, you don't spend as much time together away from the field. So your teammates, you do all the stuff on the field. Once you leave the field, it's kind of like you go on your own. You have your families and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a huge. The baseball thing is a huge accomplishment, but the basketball thing, I mean, that's one of my number ones. That's the
Nice.
guys that I grew up with. That's the
Yeah,
guys that I'm
with your
still
boys.
friends with. I mean, I'm better friends with my 96 guys than I am with most of my pro guys.
Got you.
So I mean, that's, I don't know. When you rank
It's
like
high.
the grand scheme of things, you think of MLB, it's up here. I mean, that's like the life dream type thing. But the fact that I did the basketball thing with my buddies, my number ones,
Yeah.
that's that holds a
Special.
different. Yeah,
Forever, man. That's
that
just,
holds a different thing.
I get you. Yeah, because with your boys, it's the people you love the most.
Yeah, it's different when
Yeah.
it's your boys. It's a different type of thing, man. I mean,
Yeah.
some people, you say, oh man, but you play basketball, you play baseball, and MLB, whatever. But yeah, but the high school thing, that's a different type of accomplishment too, man. I mean, that's your childhood dream. That's your boys. In a small town, whatever. Blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, man. The World Series, that's you can't touch that. But the whole basketball thing with my boys, and
It's up there.
that's I hold a different standard.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
totally. I mean, it was unbelievable that we won it together. I mean, not many people get to say they won state, and in baseball, football, nothing. I mean, that's
Super
hard to do.
hard. Super hard, man. It's
Just for the
Yeah.
average, small town athlete, nobody really gets the chance to do that, or it's just unbelievable. I still sometimes I think about it like I can't believe we did it, but
and in basketball.
in basketball too, that's a
In basketball,
All
because
things.
I remember when Hempstead ran out, I was like, oh man. But you guys, I mean, y'all played, technical basketball, beat them, and
yeah,
then
that's why I remember like Hempstead was
they were super
super
athletes, but
athletic. We beat them,
but
we beat
y'all
them
were
execution,
execution,
and then
y'all
in the final
running.
Graham, they were more fundamentally sound too, but we were just better than them fundamentally sound. I mean, it
Yeah,
was
I
we
watched the
could beat
game. I watched
we
the
could
game.
switch up our our attacks, our way of playing ball. He throwing an offense 2 days before the game or whatever, just to exploit their weaknesses, and we could switch on a dime and be able to carry it out and win. We could beat a athletic team,
You're
like
like
I
the
said, and then
Patriots, huh? Right? You're like the Patriots, man. Just kill
hey,
you on,
Well, the
no,
thing was, we didn't rely on one person.
yeah, that's true. I
Yeah,
was gonna
no,
say
that
that.
too.
We weren't like relying on one person. We didn't have a superstar on our team. So I think that's what made it easier
Balance.
and better for us. So it's like, hey, you know what? I mean, Mayo, hey, you carry us to the tournament. Didi and Will,
Yeah,
you carry us through this. Me and Tom
yeah.
will
He's
carry us
hot.
through
He's
this.
hot. Go to him.
It was a
Right?
group effort. It was never. I mean, we weren't like, hey, we got to get the ball to him. He has to score 20 points for us to win, type thing like that. It was like, hey, we just come together, we play together. I mean, there was
Yeah.
nobody that was actually outshining anybody else. It
No,
was
it
just
was a
more of we had a game plan and we executed our game plan.
total
Yeah,
team
it really
effort, right?
balance
Total
total.
Yeah.
team effort. Even the bench
hmm
guys. I remember Nick coming in there, and
Yeah, those guys,
he'd
Solid.
give you a
they
solid
came
7
through.
minutes banging in there with the
Take a charge
rebounds,
on anybody, man. That
Oh
guy
and
yeah,
bust.
Brian was in there getting
no
rebounds
doubt.
and battling just. And then I mean, Joe'd come in and drop 4-6 points, and just everything was. I mean, it was perfect, man.
Nick was tough too. That guy would take a charge on
Yeah.
anybody. Bust his lip open, he'd take another one right after. I mean,
He's
that dude
ready to rock.
tough.
I want to say we played basketball a few years back, and he showed up, and you know, I think me and him on the same team, and he got in the post, and I already knew. I threw him the ball, and he
A little
got the
pump
banging, he
fake.
got the banging, he got the banging right away, and those, and the young kids weren't about that. They didn't want that. It was funny because
He was
Hey,
that's
tough.
what he
Nick was
did,
gonna
man.
throw the damn elbow in you. He's gonna make you think twice about doing
Yeah,
it again,
he was
man.
banging, dude.
He ain't
All
backing.
the which is That's great, man. it's great catching up with you guys, man. And I really appreciate y'all coming on the wire, man. Helping out 364 with everything, and hoping to see y'all on what is it, March 12th there at the high school,
Alamo Dome.
yeah, Alamo Dome. So
Yeah, I'll
with
be
that being
there.
said, guys, man, I appreciate
God
y'all's
willing.
time, man. Thank y'all, man. Appreciate it.
Man, thanks for having us, man.
No
All
doubt,
right,
man.
buddy.
Man,
Y'all
y'all
be
take it
cool.
easy.
Later.
Talk to you later, Mike.
All
Okay,
right, see
man.
y'all.
Later. All right, folks. How'd y'all enjoy that? That was pretty cool, man. Taking a trip down memory lane. Those were the best basketball games I've ever seen. And, it was up there with some of the biggest things. Just going to the games, being in there, being in the gym with everybody. Just every possession meant so much, and it's just what an honor to watch those guys and be I was lucky enough that my brother was on the state team, and Michael and Didi and all them. I grew up with them, so it was an honor being with them. Being around them. Being around that team. uh, you know, I was always around those guys growing up, because I was the pesky little brother coming around, and me and my boys, me and Rodney and Dave Heat, we go hang out with these guys, and these guys, these guys were rough. They would kick our butts like all the time, but they were preparing us, for our time when we played, because they got taught the same way as that from the older guys, from Chad De Leon and some of them other guys like that, in our neighborhood. And we passed it on to the younger guys too. So that's just the way that it rolled, here back in the days. It was tough love. It was, even if you're 9 years old, you're still getting the heat from a 12-year old, and he ain't gonna throw it soft. He's gonna throw it as fast as he can, or you're gonna go to the basket. You're gonna get fouled super hard, or football, you're gonna get tackled. Just that's just the way. That's the way it was with us. With all the boys. From the older guys to the young guys. And once you step on the field, it's all go, and that's the way sitting has always been, and that's why I think we're always good. So, but with that being said, yeah, I want to thank all y'all. I know we ran a little late, but it was good because it's good catching up with those guys and everything. But next week we'll have two more guests, and we'll be back. Thank y'all for joining 364 Sports.